Okay, so we are in the middle city. This is actually the brothel. We're here specifically for Camellia and her quest stuff, and we're just about to go into this room to find out what her little fantasy is here. Are we ready to go in? Yes, we are. I'm ready, she answers, and then adds more quietly to herself, I'm ready. I'll be whoever you desire, mistress, so... Papa? That's the one? Oh, that's messed up. What, you gonna kill him? Eyes of the transformed slave, who bears a striking resemblance to Horgus, looks at you with terror and a glimmer of hope. His corpulent, short body is an exact copy of a Horgus worm, as you remember him. Hello there, my dear. Come to Papa. Shut up, shut up. Camellia recoils as from a blow and sways on her feet. She grips her amulet in her left hand, her knuckles turning white. And Mrs. Gimpy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why she needed to tell me that. I don't know why she didn't tell me. I was just out there. I was just talking to her. I don't know why she didn't tell me when I was standing there. Whatever it was. Anyway, she grips her amulet in her left hand, her knuckles turning white. This can't be. It can't be you. Why? How did this happen? Could Herrick's have lied to me? No, why would she? Is this some kind of joke? But what if it isn't? What if this is what my heart desires? It's Horgus. Yes, I can see that quite well, thank you very much. Whatever would I do without your astute observations? He exhales and gives her head a shake. Sorry. Maria wants you to sacrifice Horgus. I don't know. I don't understand. She wipes away drops of sweat from her brow. I swear to you that I never wanted to kill my father. I never thought that's what I wanted. I never thought that Maria would crave his blood. My father raised me, cared for me, sheltered me. He wiped away my tears when I was sad. He listened to me rage when I hated everyone around me. He was the only person who helped me come to terms with my secret predilections. I respect him. I love him? ? She brings the amulet in her clenched fist to her lips. Then why wouldn't Maria? Why am I seeing him here and now in front of me? Dress Horgus, who are you? I'll be whoever you want me to be. I'll do whatever you say. Just please, don't kill me. Calm down, Cammy. We need to decide what we're going to do with that thing. She stares out into space for a few moments, but then shakes her head and looks at you. We shall do what we came here to do. What other choice do we have? If you've decided, I won't stand in your way. Silence of Iomede's herald speaks louder than any words. Kemi wets her suddenly dry lips. Her left hand grips the bone amulet tightly. A sharpened dagger gleams dully in her right hand. Watch closely, my friend. I want you to see. I don't want you to miss even the smallest detail. I should take my time so you may better observe. This isn't evil at all. Once I'm finished, I shall eat a piece of the sacrifice's flesh. What will it be today? Kidney or heart? Or perhaps a morsel of spleen? It's always so difficult to choose. She looks at you with glazed eyes, her expression bloodthirsty. And you will be of use to me once the ritual is complete. You won't refuse to help your dearest friend release all her pent-up tension, will you? You know what that means? No, please. Well, too bad. The blood feels so warm on my hand. Such a little cut, but so much blood. It's a lot of stabbing. But just a moment, once I reach the heart, we shall see a veritable fountain. I'm not opposed to getting a little wet today. How about you? This needs more violence. So much violence. That was intriguing. I need to think, says Cammy. Well then, that was interesting to say the least. But we left evidence behind. Or did we?
I know the way.
Oh, he's not showing up as loot. He's showing up on the map as a loot bag, but he's not really here. That's a shame. Want to take the bloody rags with us, I think. So, the real question is, what did our companions think when they heard all that stuff coming out of that room? What were they thinking? I'm particularly interested in hearing what Hember has to say about this whole situation. I'm looking for some company. Nope. I want to know more about this place and its owner. Do you have anything for sale? Indeed, I have several items that were forgotten here by our clientele. Some of the forgotten items she is selling are stained with blood, and 2 of the rings bear the characteristic scratches of being cut off a dead body along with the fingers. Sell some of this junk that we're carrying around. Good, cool iron, we don't need that. Don't need the spears. The scimitars. Scimitar +2. What am I carrying that around for? Dun, dun, dun. All around defense. Whenever you're aware of this ring is 10 feet. Oh, that's right. Still don't know what that does. Yeah, we'll sell it. Because we can. Don't need those. Initial armor 2. Get rid of those. Lesser braces of archery 4. Gets us a little bit of money. Okay, so what's she actually selling? Final glance. Elven curve blade. We'll be using that. Dagger, flail, dart, dagger. Headband of reshaping. Wisdom 6. +1 CL on transformations. CL on transformations to school spells? What's +1 CL? I have no idea what that means. Lizard tail. Spell was specifically created for less humanoid creatures, but humanoids can use it in polymorphed form as well. Plus round bonus AC, blah blah blah. The wearer also gets +8 circumstance bonus to AC for the first round of every combat. Caster level. Why can't they just put that in there then? +6 on the wisdom though. Rascal's goggles. perception and trickery skills. Oof. And that's something you wear, right? Yep. Compelling bracers. Is under constant protection from anyone who's getting too touchy. They get +4 bonus AC against touch attacks, but also suffer a -4 penalty of their own touch attack rolls. Boo. Right. Yeah, those are goggles, so that's nice. Makes anyone look good. It grants the arm wearer +5 morale bonus on persuasion skill checks. Whenever an enemy confirms a critical hit, lands a sneak attack or attack of opportunity against the wearer, the enemy must pass its skill saving throw or become devastated by hitting such beauty. In this devastated mood, they suffer a -2 penalty to attack and damage rolls as well as AC until the end of combat. Goggles, they do nothing. Yes. Deathly arousal. Choker protects from losing their head, and not only in bed. Only once per day, whenever the enemy deals the wearer a killing blow, the choker restores them to 50 hit points and knocks the attacker prone for 2 rounds. So they got some. This is most of the stuff we sold to them. Anything interesting in here? A screaming omelet. So the goggles for Cammy to wear, so she's even better at picking locks. So Cammy. Oh, it even actually shows up as a mask. Okay, that's cool. Wasn't expecting that. Was not expecting that. So now she's up to 42 trickery. That's not too bad. She's just a good little thief. Oh, did I see that, inspirational leader? Dark rights. Oh, okay, that's out. I was thinking it was, something else. Anyway. Okay, so we still have to find the demon we're supposed to kill for somebody over here still. It's supposed to be outside near the gate to the upper city. Erica's has been killing her clients. Morvet has revealed that the demon's usual haunt is the rooftop of a nearby building, and stairs leading up there can be found to the left of the gate to the upper city. It's not really a river, Jeff. Gate to the upper city. That's... guessing it's somewhere over here. Sure, it saves me some time looking for him. I'm guessing that it's somewhere over here because it's saying left of the gate, but I don't know where the gate is. I'm guessing that's portal down. It's portal up. See, the bag is to the left of the gate. That one. He's around there, yeah. So basically where I thought he would be.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen.
That guy?
That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
There's a mobility check on the side. Oh, that one. So we don't need the magic powers of
Mongrel dinner.
what's her face? Ember. So he doesn't look that tough, which means he's going to be really tough, isn't he? Vavakia, demon, resembling a spike-covered centaur, stands on the roof like an especially ugly gargoyle. So, what horse sent another assassin? Well, come closer, you fool. Let me see who I'll be having for dinner tonight. Yesterday, there were two, and I crushed them into a single ball of meat. Xerix, I'm here to see if you never trouble Moravet again. So I'm not the first person Moravet hired. Demon grid showing his many teeth. If I had kept the skulls of every one of you, I would have built myself a magnificent palace of them long ago. I picked that Moravet in the brothel once. She seemed sturdier than the others, but I didn't realize my strength could drive even a succubus insane. The wench decided that we were meant for each other. Of course I laughed off that nonsense, but she scraped together some money and now sends assassins after me in revenge. She knows how much it annoys me. Exactly, Jeff. The gullible morons are always interrupting my day, but your bones crunch nicely as I chew. It must be said. You look smarter than the others, though. Would you like to make a deal? I don't know how much Moravet promised you, but I'll double it. It'll be easy money. You don't even need to kill Moravet, and that's impossible inside the brothel anyway. Just give her my enchanted ring. As soon as she takes it, she'll be teleported here, and we'll have a little heart-to-heart. Cunning wench went to such great efforts to send one more spend one more minute with me, so this will make her dream come true. The demon bites his finger and smears the massive ring of his blood on his blood. Smears the massive ring on his hand with blood. English. The demon chuckles the whole time, eyes twinkling with mirth, as if this is all a game. So what's the purpose of the perception here? I think you're hiding. Oh, that's it. You don't trust me? That's the right call. Don't trust a word you hear in the abyss. Not that you have many choices. Except either accept my deal or accept my invitation to dinner as the main course. It's always fun to screw with the succubus. So, take the enchanted ring. Fine, then we have a deal. After you give her the ring, return here for your reward. We'll wait for you here, Moravet and I, or rather, what remains of her. God, I'm evil. Apparently today is Betrayal Day.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
You are awesome, Lan. Sorry to keep you around because you're awesome. So Moravet's in the brothel.
As it should be.
It's taking so long. Slowpokes. He looks trustworthy. He totally looks trustworthy. We need more demons that look like him. Okay, some more vets in the back somewhere, I think.
That is not far.
Talk to her. There we go. Okay, the succubus stands in the same corner where you left her, and she doesn't seem to be interested in other guests. You're back. I knew you'd return to me. So Xerix is dead? Please tell me you have his ring so that I can stop living in fear. Hand over the enchanted ring. You no longer need to be afraid. Xerix is dead. What the? Damn you. And off she goes. So, that was easy. Squishy, squishy. So now we get to see the little conclusion to this little lover spat. Or psycho. So now you're on the proud owners of a brothel. No, she wasn't the owner. She just works there. She's just a little bit of a, what's the right word? Needy? Oh,
Thanks,
she's already
Lan.
up there.
You're so awesome, Lan.
Okay, more of it. More of it is sitting on the roof next to Xerix, alive and well, giving him your ring. That was a stroke of genius. I thought I'd have to flee through the back alleys like last time. When he came in, I was sure I was about to die. It was so exhilarating. Oh, Xerix. Xerix looks completely satisfied and his scales gleam. Yeah, honey tongue. I noticed you were especially fast tonight. We had an interesting assassin this time, eh? Ha. Morvet notices you, and here he comes. Come here, sweetheart. We'll give you a generous reward. Come on, don't be shy. We're not going to hurt you. We're pleased with you. You played the game well. What happened? Why is Morvet still alive? There is nothing sweeter than the playing games of life and death. When I think of Xerix tearing apart yet another greedy idiot I've sent his way. Succubus closes her eyes and slowly tastes her fingers over her breasts and stomach. Or traces her fingers over her breasts and stomach. Just imagining it sends flames licking through my body. Sickos. If only you knew how difficult it is to find a good partner. Everyone is so worried about their miserable lives. No one really understands how sweet it is to look death in the eye and know you still live. We succubi are always ready to please, but the desire that flares when a cold blade touches your throat. Only Xerix understands what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know where this is going. Xerix, oh, I understand. We Vakia are powerful demons. Few dare to attack us openly. What kind of life is that for a warrior? And more of it could fool a paladin. She knows I love to flex my muscles and sharpen my teeth on my armor of strong but gullible fools. How many people like me have been tricked? The succubus starts to count on her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 10, 15, and then there are those I sent in pairs. Do we count them as 1 or 2? The demon rubs his chin. 30? No, I made more of it a goblet out of this 13th skull. I remember it clearly. More came after that. I think there would have been enough bones to build a throne by now. This is crazy even for demons. You're sane, both of you. The demon bursts into laughter. Are you trying to insult me? Nothing is too crazy for demons. We're capable of anything. Succubus shrugs indifferently. Doesn't matter if we're crazy, as long as we're having fun. Thought you'd have a good laugh at me, did you? I did everything you asked, so which one of you is going to pay me? The demon grins, showing his fangs. Tonight, I'm paying for the both of us. You've managed to entertain me as well as my Moravet. So, receive Eternal Ballad, whatever that is, and coins, 30 grand. Succubus winks. Why should I pay you? We agreed We agreed you'd kill Xerix, but he's alive, as you can see. By the way, if you talk to the madam, we can meet again. I'll charge you half the usual price. So, Eternal Ballad. It's got to be a bard thing, doesn't it? Oh, light armor. So, +4 mental chain. Prevents bards' bardic
Saturday
performance.
and Sunday, November 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for November. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Happy Thursday. So this is a nice little piece of armor for a bard, but we don't have any bards or skalds. Okay, so we got stuff and didn't have to kill anything. Picked up 30,000 in gold too. That's not that bad to be tricked. And what's up here?
Forget it.
Job land. He only has to roll a 5. He rolled a 3. Loser.
Well, this didn't go well.
This isn't working very well, Lan. What's going on? Rolled a 2 this time. Listen,
The
Lan.
mongrel did it.
There we go. 3rd time's a charm. Where are we going? Dum 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 dum. Stuff. It's taking too long. Music's still playing. Where did I go? Did I go up to the upper city? Is that what's going on here? Okay. Lance suddenly stops and presses his hand to his mouth. The human half of his face drains of color, while the scaled half acquires a yellowish tinge. A thick black drop of something seeps out of his eye and rolls down his cheek, leaving a dark streak. I'm fine. He takes a few steps but staggers like a sailor on a ship, I guess. Sava is closer than I thought. There are so many demons here. Why do I sense this one in particular? You are definitely not fine. What's wrong with you? We must have eaten something that... She pauses, waiting for a spasm to pass. Alright, there's no point in hiding it. It's definitely because of Sava. I don't just feel where he is. It's like I'm being ripped to pieces from the inside. Like every inch of my body is on fire. When it happened the first time, I thought I was a goner, but I'm still alive for now. I'm ready to break that demon's neck, you know? I had to eat a rotten rat once. Right now I feel like I've just eaten a dozen of them. Should we stop? No, nothing. No, anything but that. Every minute I spend in this quarter is like torture. I feel like Iomede's herald being forced to set foot inside a brothel. So somebody's in the upper city. Hold on, we'll find him. No time to follow pieces. You know what happens to useless sick animals. They get shot. So keep moving. Look for your Dorova. Kill them, we'll find them. Yeah, I like that one. I'm sure he really enjoyed that. Lan clenches his teeth. Sava is here, close. The sooner we find him, the better. I don't understand. I haven't been affected by his ritual. Then. Why? Clutches his hand. Damn it. I'll run straight into his open arms if it'll only make this stop. I don't remember who Sava is, other than I don't remember the story at all. I don't remember the significance of him at all. Why is he so beat up? Because he's not that beat up.
I need to concentrate.
Me
Becoming
too.
distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
Okay, that should be good enough.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Yeah, you're so awesome, Lan, for not screwing that one up twice. Oh, look, it's a lock. Look, it's a trap. The demon that was feeding the mongrels Crusader flesh. Oh, the very beginning of the game. Oh god, let's go back farther.
I am helpful, am I not?
So, just cold iron there. Portal down.
I'll go ahead.
Let's see what's in here. Oh, look, it's a portal. Portal to where? Oh, look, another big map. So, to the right, too. Okay, into the portal we go, because we can. Could be worse, could be a maze. It is a maze. The city changes based on which way the camera is facing, Jeff.
Uh-huh.
It could be a puzzle maze. Well, it kind of is. That's
Follow my lead.
that's the fun part. It kind of is.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Need somebody to be sneaky.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yes, you are. How come Ember doesn't have
This
her
war
little
must end.
icy person thing on?
Sod is restless. I wonder why.
Stuff. Yeah. Hide for magical creatures. So we finally found the three that we need for the cloak to a storyteller, but we have no storyteller to talk to, do I? So we're just basically breaking and entering, stealing from these poor demons. These poor innocent demons. All we do is break into their houses and take their stuff. Oh, life deliverer. What the hell's that? Crossbow. Cast healing spells as though they had a reach spell feat. Reach spell. Oh. Degradation. Oh, that's right. This is the lightning. Critically hit all enemies within the bomb suffer 1 damage of intelligence. Oh. That's not what I thought it was. Oh, that's right. Her stuff is making. Never mind. There. I don't even know where I'm going. So much to do. Oh, that's right. We're looking for lands. A little problem, aren't we? But no real idea which way to go. Portal down. No.
As it should be.
Look, people. Ish. I didn't solve the number of the room and click that. What? That's so lag. So much stuff going on up here. Guards, guards, guards. Into the 10,000 delights. Oh, that's right. There's a way to get up here from the brothel. Let's follow our Baphomet. Okay, those guys are troublemakers more than likely. Pillar greets you politely. If you are a promising young talent, you should follow the path to Lady Valexia's manor, the Rapture of Rupture. Rapture of Rupture. Oh, that would be up here. I'm guessing. Deadly Duelist. Now we know that that's gonna go. To the Rapture of Rupture. Portal up. But we're already up. Let's see what's in here.
I'll go ahead.
You're surrounded by the sound of a melodious voice that seems to be coming from the stone pillars all around you. Greetings, esteemed guests. Are you here to seek the hospitality of the illustrious Lady Valexia, or are you here on other business? Entrance to this manor greets you politely. It is far more gracious than the impudent foul-mouthed door at the 10,000 Delights. What are you? I am both the gate and the gatekeeper. My responsibilities include greeting guests, ascertaining the purpose of their visit, and deciding whether to allow them entry to, or to the manor. Whose manor is this? This manor is called the Rapture of Rupture, and it belongs to the incomparable Lady Valexia. She is the shining star of the city and its most glorious resident. After the magnificent Lady Nocticula, of course. Who created you? Lady Valexia enchanted me herself and personally entrusted me with my responsibilities. She possesses a wide range of impressive talents. I am just a humble testament to her skill and cannot compare to the true masterpieces she creates with her abilities. Yes, it's the Matrix. Can I come in? If you seek the patronage of the illustrious Lady Valexia, I will not stand in your way. If you are here by invitation, esteemed guest, or have brought a gift for the lady, you will also be allowed entrance to the Rapture of Rupture. So anyone can just walk in. Lady Valexia has nothing to fear. Those who are foolish enough to try to harm her in her own house are quick to realize their mistake. I seek Lady Valexia's patronage and would like to enter. Welcome to the Rupture of Rapture, esteemed sir. Lady Valexia will be notified of your arrival right away. Rocket just walked in. He wants something. He wants his back scratched. Okay, bye, Rocket. I see you now. Dun, dun. So. Oh, this is not going to make us walk very far to meet her. I don't know. He came over here. He walks into the room. I look at him, and he walks over to me, and he kind of like stands up and pokes my leg with his paws. And I go, okay, fine, you want to scratch. So I scratch his back for like 2 seconds, and he walks away and lays down. He's like 4 feet, he's about a meter away from me, just laying on the floor, looking down the hallway. So apparently he wasn't quite good enough. Look, it's Valexia. Demon that comes to greet you has blonde hair and is wearing a modest but elegant dress. She seems surprisingly friendly. Her soft voice and impeccable manners seem out of place in a city where extreme passions and boundless indulgence prevail over temperance and moderation. A new guest has arrived, ? How exciting. A mortal from Galarian, if my eyes do not deceive me. What brings you to my manor? This is all very intriguing. Valexia, we have clashed in battles many times. Her claws are always stained with the blood of those she killed on the battlefield. Now she looks different, but I am certain that her true nature remains unchanged. She is still violent and dangerous. You must be on your guard, champion. Everyone talks a lot about you here in the city. Who are you? She laughs happily. Ah, how refreshingly direct. Well, let me tell you a little about myself. My name is Lady Valexia, and it is common for others to add a few epithets before my name, often something like magnificent or illustrious. I hold considerable influence in the upper city. You could even call it my little queendom. I'm the foremost member of the city's elite, and all the aristocrats of the city acknowledge me as their de facto leader. You might be under the misconception that the city is ruled by Chimera, but Chimera is nothing more than a glorified cleaner entrusted with the responsibility of tending to the latrines. I, on the other hand, hold sway over the most powerful and influential demons in the city. You see, my dear friend Nocticula allows me to lead the nobility because I look out for her interests. She knows that I am loyal. Unlike most demons, I do not aspire to power beyond what I have already possessed. I would never stage a coup against Our Lady in shadow, nor would I ever use my position in society to support anyone else in such a foolish endeavor. As a famous warrior known for my amazing powers, I seek the honor of your attention and the pleasure of your inestimable company. Let's be honest, sure. Valexia answers politely but without much enthusiasm. Known for your amazing powers, here in the Abyss you need more than power and influence to impress others. Your special abilities will hardly give you the same status as they did on your homeworld. The demons will not see you as as worthy of glory and respect until you demonstrate what makes you unique. However, you've managed to pique my interest. I'd be glad to make your acquaintance. There's no need to bother with titles. You can simply call me Valexia, and you are. Don't put your trust in her words, champion. Valexia's temper is like the wind that blows across Ishiar. It changes constantly and bodes poorly for us no matter what direction it turns. You must watch her as vigilantly as a skilled sailor watches the horizon. My name will remain a secret. She claps her hands in delight. You'd prefer to remain incognito, a mystery knight. Isn't that what you'd call? Isn't that what you'd be called in Galarian? How absolutely
It's that
charming!
time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
Well, my mysterious new friend, I have a proposal for you. Let's pick a place that's nice and romantic and go on an innocent little date together. It'll be a chance for us to get to know one another. Uh-oh. How about the Battle Bliss? It offers simple, spirited entertainment, and it will be a good place for us to talk undisturbed. No one will notice us because they'll be too busy watching the fights in the pit. We can have a nice conversation, learn more about one another. I'll be waiting for you at the arena. I hope you'll accept my invitation. I will be very disappointed if you deny me the pleasure of your company. Alexa gives you an admiring smile and adds, After all, you are the champion. You have conquered the arena. We're better to learn more about you than the place you proved your worth. I'd like to get to know you better. I am flattered by your attention. I find your personality intriguing. You know, I take great interest in promising young talent. I tend to offer my patronage to gifted artists. Unfortunately, many of them turn out to be frauds, unable to keep me entertained for more than a few seconds. An acquaintance of mine once mentioned that you used to fly naked over the city. They said you wreaked havoc and terrorized the city in every way imaginable. She blushes slightly and hastily brushes off the question. Oh no, that's preposterous. Those are just ridiculous rumors and exaggerated stories. Of course, when I was younger, I may have allowed myself to be a little too exuberant, but still, what a blatant lie, flying naked, such outrageous nonsense. Neiman tries to pretend she is outraged, but a sly, self-satisfied smile plays about her lips. You're not like other demons, why is that? Time. It's a simple answer, but true. I know a lady is never supposed to reveal her age, but suffice it to say that I am far older than the city and can recall the circumstances in which it was founded. During the ages that have passed, I have had time to play various roles. Perhaps, if the gods of Galarian are generous and bless you with longevity, we will meet again. But if that does happen, say 1,000 years from now, I will be completely different. As time passes, I grow bored with each new version of myself, and since boredom is my sworn enemy, I have to reinvent myself to escape its grasp. Is there a PG kid-friendly version of this game? No. No. Amber. When you feel bored, is it always so horrible? You've tried so much in your life, but have you ever tried to become good? It is very hard and takes a very long time, so you won't have a chance to be bored. Valexia eyes Ember with mild curiosity as if observing a mildly amusing animal in the zoo. Is she here to entertain you with her oddities? I also enjoy the company of jesters, though I wouldn't like to have one of them as my constant companion. What made you interested in me? Oh, you are so modest, she nods unknowingly. You are a Galarian warrior, and you are responsible for securing several major victories on the Whirlwind. You have the courage to descend into the abyss, and now you've chosen to pay me a visit. Moreover, you are not here to wave a sword in my face, but to have a nice conversation. Now, be honest. If you were me, wouldn't you be intrigued? You're very powerful, aren't you? It is true that my name carries a certain degree of prestige here in the city. My advice based on millennia of experience can be truly valuable, and my adventurous life has allowed me to acquire extensive connections, as well as an impressive collection of powerful curiosities. Oh, now really, just listen to me. Talking your ear off like a market seller, the demon laughs at herself good-naturedly. Are you skilled in the magic of enchantments? Yes, that's one of my main talents. A life that spans thousands of years can be a challenge for even the most lively and curious of minds. I'm always looking for something new and exciting to do, so I have studied many strange subjects. I take particular interest in anything bizarre or unusual. Why do you like to support young talent? She glances at you coyly and gives you a charming smile. I could have told you that I am driven by pure altruism and the desire to perform good deeds, and you would have thought me the kindest and most noble of demons, but the truth is that I am easily bored, and by attracting the young and the gifted, I can discover something new every day. They keep me entertained, and to be honest, they add to my prestige. I like making new friends, and with my help, these friends can become very influential indeed. What happens to those who fail to interest you? She looks at you uncomprehendingly and for several moments, then bursts into a peal of musical laughter. Ah, so you heard those ridiculous rumors. Don't pay attention to them. They're all so boring. Whoever invented them has no imagination. I've heard rumors that I kill them and that I keep them in my dungeons, and even just imagine that I rape them until they drop dead of exhaustion. It's all an extraordinary load of rubbish. I haven't done anything like that for at least a couple of millennia. Flying around naked with a giver. I don't know. Thank you for your answers. She gives you a charming smile. Thank you for being interested in what I have to say. I have to go. She smiles warmly as she bids you farewell. Please don't stay away too long. Come back soon. And off she goes. So, she's awfully charming for a demon. Now let's rob her blind if we can. Someone can give us much of a choice and stuff.
Follow my lead.
Ah. It's down there. Anything good? Probably not. So there is stuff back here, though. Shall we go visit? I think,
We'll make things right.
how many casts does she have left? 5. No problem.
Yes.
So how does Ember really
Am I
feel
doing
about
it
us
wrong?
doing this kind of stuff? Gonna get down there? We did. Let's get all the stuff we found. Locked even.
I hope you appreciate this.
Interesting.
Stuff. Interesting stuff. Mostly booze, it looks like, though. It's not really letting us move around too much on the area, though. That it? That appears to be it. Yep, okay.
Ah, did Tarkus beat you again?
Nope,
Or is this something worse?
I don't even know what I said.
You're a good person. I like you.
I like how she says that after we just, stole all the stuff.
Trust in yourself.
Okay, so what did we find? It's a regular short sword. Forge Tracker's Boots. These boots grant the wearer plus 10 confidence bonus on lower nature skill checks. In addition, the wearer's animal companion gets a plus 20 bonus to hit points. Sounds like something Lan should wear. Ah, the Screaming Omelet. We already know that one, damn it. So, nothing really special. I mean, the boots are nice. And Lan's currently wearing Expedition. Athletic skill checks and mobility. Oof. But nature. He's only a nature person.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Happy Thursday. So, Lan is our athletics guy, 22. I think he's our only lore person for nature too. 21. So it's only 11 without the boots. I don't think anybody's even close. He's it. I think we're gonna keep the athletic boots on him. Because even though these give Dinosaur a few more hit points, 20 isn't going to make a difference. And the lore isn't going to make that big of a difference either. We don't see that too much. Veronica has a sense of honor. Don't get fooled. Okay, so we can go back to the arena to meet with What's-Her-Face. Underbomb the actor. From behind a pile of expensive rugs and neatly wrapped boxes with clinking and fragile things inside, you hear a very, very loud whisper, an oddly familiar stage whisper. Grandma Grutton, my horn is falling off. Grandma Grutton, the director, calm down, let me fix it. Alright, whose foot did I just step on? And whose chest spikes keep catching on my fake tail? Rumpledum the actor. Grandma, don't push me. Let me just glue that horn myself. Grandma Grutton, what are you doing here, folks? Anyone want some free slaves? A group of mortals who snuck in from glaring us behind these crates. What are you doing here? Oh, my dears, this can't be real, but I think I just heard the commander's voice. It sounds crazy, but for the sake of argument, let's say this just isn't my imagination. Let's say we truly, through some miracle, met the commander in the middle of the abyss. Well, in that highly unlikely scenario, I would answer him that we, being true artists, sought inspiration and material in the most suitable place. We've already spent a great deal of time among the Crusaders. Now let us turn our efforts to the other half of the characters in our play, the demons. That is why our imaginary friend Commander... we are sitting in the middle of the abyss, covered in thick layers of makeup, wearing fake horns and tails. To blend in with the locals, you see. This is a true challenge for an actor, to play demons so well that even real demons don't suspect a thing. After all, it worked perfectly well when I pretended to be the Hell Knights paralictor and showed up at their camp for an unscheduled inspection. Oh, how they ran and dashed about. In the end, I ordered them to dig a trench in the shape of a fig. Ow, Grandma. Why are you stepping on my foot again? For the love that's holy, please get rid of all that makeup when you get back to Dresden. I don't want the patrols to mistake you for demons. I'm speechless. For a while, you hear loud bickering behind the crates until one voice finally rises above the rest. Hold on. Our dinner. We forgot our dinner basket. This is followed by the characteristic sound of a teleportation scroll, then the hubbub subsides. Crazy people. Crazy, stupid humans. Portal up, then get up there. Where's a portal? Ah, the mansion. That's actually probably where we want to go. Yep. Okay. Up we go.
As it should be. I guess now it's behind us. That is not far.
It's too far. Oh, actual stairs? What the hell? It's not meant for you're a stranger. Well, duh. Vampire sharpshooter, so those guys are meant to be fought, I guess, if we want to. Come on. Okay. Land drops to his knees, his breath coming in rattling gasps. He looks at you trying to say something. Black liquid bubbles bubbling on his lips. His human eye has turned white, and something viscous and black slowly trickles from it, like tears. Well, I think we found Sava's lair. I don't think your body can handle this. Are you sure you're able to fight the demon? He shakes his head. I can manage. I don't know what will happen when I go in, but I won't be a burden, ever. If I can walk, I'll crawl to him and gnaw on his ankles, or at least bite his toes off. There's been a good-looking guy, Lan, and this war paint just adds to your appeal. What is this gunk oozing out of you? He coughs and spits on the ground. It's just my black humor finally taking physical form. Pay no attention. Suck it up and let's go. Let's finish him. Lan struggles to his feet. I will fight. I'm ready. I'm not for this, then I'm ready. If not for this, then for what, right? He is trying to smile, but all he manages is a painful grimace. If I kill him now, the mongrels won't have to suffer ever again. If this was a rehearsal of my death, I'd rather die fighting that fiend than die like this. And check our buffs. We're still pretty good. Gimpy is at least. Oh yeah, we're fine. Lan has this whole sicken thing. Does she have anything to fix that? Oh, she's missing spells. What did she get level 8 spells? I don't remember getting level 8 spells. Frightful Aspect or Sea Mantle. Sea Mantle's probably better. Blah, blah, blah. See here, breathe normally within the Sea Mantle, but attacks against your retreat as if you were under a surface. Yeah, let's do that. Animal shapes. Change the form of every ally in 10-foot area into a large bear. Ugh. Circle of Clarity. Animation interferes with all illusions within it, giving creatures +4 bonus that save throws to recognize them as illusions. Then emanation negates concealment less than total concealment within the area. Perception checks to notice creatures or objects within the area gain a bonus. Do you have to caster level? Blah. The spell is stationary. Can you use this in a regular slot? I don't know. Nope. 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 That's not how it works. Oh, look. Storm bolts. Sunburst. Not important. Well, creatures take are blinded and take 66 points of damage. Accessories that indicates blindness to reduce the damage. The undead creature caught in the globe takes more damage and stuff. Horde wilting. Wish from bothering each subject living creature, causing flesh to wither and crack and crumble to dust. This damage is once again per caster level. The spell is especially devastating to water elementals and plant creatures. Get more out of that. I was thinking more defense for her. She gets strength, constitution. Shake and stuff. I was thinking more. There's more for defensive reasons for her. Yeah, Ranger doesn't need the AC, but the problem is when there isn't range, which seems to happen. A lot of these areas inside the cities are pretty tight. Inflict critical wounds mass. That's for healing all our undead friends. Firestorm. That's not going to work too well for her. Space for her, Ember, and what's his face? Let's put that in there for now. Preflast makes everything around her shaken. We don't have anything really depending on that, do we, though? I don't think. I didn't even know she had level 8 spells. That's from bonus wisdom, probably. Good enough. Okay, so apparently we're in this. Oh, it's like a small area.
go ahead.
Robust, corrupted mongrel brute.
I know the way.
Story time. Okay, the demon's grim figure, which resembles a skeleton with glossy skin stretched over it, hovers above you. A sea of eyes glitter hungrily in the darkness. The mongrels have been trained well, and they make not a sound as they await their master's order to attack. Sava, my child, you have finally come to me. It took you such a long time to find your father's home. I called and called. I started to think you couldn't hear my call, couldn't feel my touch, but I see that you do. Your body reacts to my presence. Black tears shed for a great sin. They mean my poison has penetrated deep within you. Lan, that's your name, isn't it? I accept you, my prodigal son. I will accept you if you want to join me. How do you want to be initiated? With my poison in the flesh of the innocent, like all of your kin, to build your strength? Or will you let me thrust my stinger in you? This will either kill you or make you my greatest of all mongrels. Decide now, while I, your father, am feeling benevolent. He has phones out of order. The chamber grows darker, almost as if Sava is absorbing the light. Lan falls, trying and failing to get up. I'd rather die than serve you. His voice lowers to a low growl. And you are not my father, you freak. You know so little, you weak, pathetic mongrel. I made you. You are my creations, and you will return to me. Lan grinds his teeth to stop a scream of pain. Lies. What do you mean you made them? Sava. Mongrels are descended from crusaders who were poisoned by demon filth. Sava's bulging white eyes drink in the light of Lan writhing on the ground. Yes, and I was that filth. I was the sweet poison that corrupted them. I'll tell you a story, my naive commander. A long, long time ago, when stupid mortals thought that one crusade would be enough, angels came down from heaven to fight among you. Coriel, a child of light, led a troop of crusaders deep into the wound. I am your father's nephew's neighbor's former roommate. You watched that movie too much, Jeff. The darkness deepens and Lan screams in pain. Shut up, you scum. They walked for many days and lost their way. The wasteland seemed a labyrinth to them, as if someone had confused them on purpose. They ran out of food and water. Despair and incredible rabid hunger overtook them. Only Coriel kept going and demanded the same of them. And then one of the crusaders said, "He is a stranger, this angel. He is not one of us. If we kill and eat him, he won't be missed, and his holy flesh will give us the strength to get out of here. See how he walks so briskly, without tiring? We'll gain his strength." The other crusaders were terrifying, but the more their hunger tormented them, the more eagerly they looked upon Coriel. And one night, in the darkness, they did what they had talked about, and the one who planted this idea in their heads dealt the first blow. And when the feast was over, I shed my crusader's guise and assumed my true form. I told them I was letting them go home, but that my brand, a brand of sin, would stay with them and their children forevermore. My poison would flow in their veins, and when I gave the order, they would come to me. We're supposed to say, well, what does that make us then? Oh, that's true. I apologize. I messed up. You are lying, Lan is shaking. You are lying. So the mongrel ancestors weren't noble crusaders. They are fallen sinners who committed a great and disgusting atrocity. They destroyed a child of light and do not deserve to see the sun. Banished to darkness, doomed to starvation and deformity. The mongrels belong here with me. Flesh imbued with my poison is the only food they need. Serving me is the only life they deserve. I'll try my best, Jeff. I don't believe you. You're just making this up. Lan attempts to get up again, but fails, vomiting the viscous black liquid. If I'm lying, why are you squirming before me like a pathetic worm? You, who was not touched by You who has not touched my poison or been my servant? Question mark. If I'm lying, whence the taste of blood and raw flesh on your tongue? Whence the hunger that is currently turning your guts inside out? Shut up, I'll kill you. I'll destroy you, I will. Your magic didn't affect land in the caves below Canabras, and now it's turning him inside out. What changed? Do you really think my powers are as crude as that? In the caves I summoned those I chose. Here I am calling the blood of all my children. I'm calling to the sin of their ancestors, to the old promise to return them to my side. No one can resist this call. The demon grins. And you, Commander, cannot resist the call of duty. This is why you are here, and not in your fortress. Where'd you get these mongrels from? Didn't you flee Neath home along with your tail between your legs? Oh, Commander, don't assume...
It's that time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
Timing. Okay, don't assume that you are the only one with a loyal army. I have been gathering my children for years. Those who were thought to have been lost in the caves actually found their true home. See any familiar faces, Lan? Lan looks at the mongrels. Rulo, old Gorham. But it's not possible. They're supposed to be dead. They went missing when I was a kid. My poison doesn't kill mongrels. It gives them life. A long, long life. Those who remained in Dresden also deserve a long life. But what about you? Is this how you want to die? I'd rather die than obey you. He doubles over in pain again. Lan, fight. It's just a demon. We've killed these plenty before. You are stronger than this. It looks like the mongrels do belong to you by right and deserve their fate. I see no reason to defend that. No, that's too evil. I am. Lan tries to get up, but can't, and he pounds his fist on the floor in despair. No, I can't. I let you down, Commander. I'm done. Finish me off. I'm better that way. Didn't you promise me that you would fight? You'd be able to fight? I didn't take you for a man who broke his promises. Succeeded. Lan forces a smirk. Yes, and I promise to fight as much as I can. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. Give me a minute. I'll get up. I can do it. I'll keep my word. Enough talking. It's time you paid for everything. Oh no, Commander. While I did receive mythic powers from my master, I'm not in the mood to fight now. It's time for me to visit my children in Dresden, the city you abandoned. Without me, they are wandering in darkness, but I will give them power. Too bad you won't be able to follow me. We literally be worlds apart. No, you won't touch them. Kill me, but don't touch them. What are you talking about, my child? Of course I will kill you. Not personally, though. I will leave you in the capable hands of your kin. They may be few, but each of them is worth a dozen experienced soldiers. If you happen to survive, next time we meet, I will have an army. Prepare to see even more familiar faces in it, Lan. Oh look, it's fight time. Shouldn't he be disappearing? Hey, who's stabbing us? Lan. Some demons. Chicken. Didn't he take? Okay. Start swinging. Go stun. Didn't expect you to get that many hits in. Ember. Ember. Frog legs? Oh, frog legs would be good. But no, we're not having frog legs. Burn them. Burn them all. Oh, they're everywhere. Look at that. Need more fireballs. Oh, she had the haste. That was her quicken spell, so that works. That was a little bit of damage. Ember. Ember, ember, ember. Guess you can. It didn't do anything, but guess you can. Picking up Delamere. Okay, Lamb. Got some badly injured up there. This one's badly injured too. That one's dead. So it looks like we can do 5-foot step this way. And shoot that one. Shoot that one too. So we're going to do a extra attack. Perfect strike.
You won't survive me.
Yes. Is that a knockback? Bull rush to knock Gimpy back. Well, that's not going to really help you too much. Cammy. What cool spells can you do? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, these guys aren't demons. Well, except that each bolt deals 100 damage, so long range, and you can call it maximum 15 golds. So, look. You know. So now she gets her lightning bolt, I hope. Well, that damage was not that impressive. Where's her imp out and running? Dead inside? Oh, that's some dead stuff. So where's her lightning bolts? They're supposed to show up up there, unless it's... Oh, maybe it's that? Oh. Delamere. Oh, land attack opportunity as the guy ran by and missed. Oh, they're after Gimpy. There's a lot of them in here. Okay, Bismuth. Gimpy. I bet you can do some harming of the living. Or how close are they to him for casting purposes? There's one right there. Where is Gimpy? Swarm. Elixir wounds. This will heal people. That worked nicely. Let's summon some skeletons, because we can.
Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for November. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
There you go. For some reason I did not want to cast. Oh, where are these guys coming from? Got reinforcements. I like using that bull rush. Badly injured, dead. Doing this to get a demon. That was get him off the playing field, but it also gets us a demon to play around with. Well, it'll do its own thing. So many of them need to die. Go stomp. Dun, dun. Okay, Ember. Here, heroism, hellfire ray. Mind fog. Uses a blanket magnetic weakens mental resistance to those common creatures, blah blah blah. As it saves against fog is not affected, the next need not make additional further saves, remains in the fog. That looks like a good place for a mind fog, but I don't know what that's actually going to get me. Meanwhile, they have fireballs. Go Ember. K-Lan. Injured. Stuff. Okay, so perk strike. Extra attack.
Endure this!
Not quite as effective as we were hoping, but Cammy. Flame strike? I'm gonna get a few. Unfortunately, she got into too close there, I think. It's okay. Delamere. So laggy. So laggy. Let's mark this guy. Ah, bad rolls. Okay, so going after the rock. These guys are burning. Okay, bismuth. No shadow demon. Not good for the skeletons. Dun, 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 dun. Oops.
You need to get up and step away from the computer.
I don't know why they're
That was
moving
really
away.
bad.
It was, but it wasn't my fault. Inflict some more wounds or drop some bugs. Yes, it's Veronica's fault. You resist acid. You know they don't, right? Play poison fatigue. Immunity is a poison, but not acid. So, of course she's gonna take it. She doesn't speak English. Of course, this is gonna kill my skeletons too, but they'll be fine. Because we'll just heal them. She's French. Well, I don't know about that, but I don't think she's French. Could be. Injured, badly injured.
Stagioni
So close. Ow. Oh, I was picking on the shadow demon? Good luck. Just crit this. No. So close to that. Utah-ian? Utah? What's a Utah-ian? Why did you pick Utah? I gotta know. Why did you pick Utah?
Hey,
So we just
Gimpy,
lost some skeletons.
have you
in there, no big
hydrated
deal.
lately? If not, you really should.
Dun, dun. Stop. No, stop. Oh, this is not good the way it's doing that. Ember. Do another fireball right here. Well, it's going to hurt us a little bit if we do that. But this won't. What do people from Utah call themselves? I don't know why I picked it. We're so close to Southern California, so it seemed like those people. Utah's not close to Southern California at all. Utah's quite far, because I think Utah's closer to you than it is to me. Okay, another perfect strike. Extra attack.
Make every strike count.
You doubt it? I don't know about that. We'll have to look on the map and see. Cammy. I bet that person wants to take a nap. Or not. Needs to roll 11, rolled an 11. She needs to get away from this doorway. There. Well, those ones in the room can't shoot her. Down here. Come on, lag. Ugh. Something in this room is just super laggy. They're about to stomp. Good luck. Enough of my skeletons. Jump bismuth. Gimpy. Where's Gimpy hiding? He's got two hostiles right next to him. You know, there's people right there. I don't know what. Don't understand their logic. Yeah. Suck, rock. You really do. Tough. Amber. Help out these losers over here. There. Now they can go chase after somebody else. It's not there. Land. Kill that one.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Or not. You only have to roll 11s, and apparently that's too hard.
The spirits demand your blood!
Wow, she gets 3 attacks. It was harder number for sure. It is, apparently. Okay, if I put step in that direction, I'd mark it. Telling me you're such a murderer. So I'm not worried about these guys too much because they're in the acid fog, so they're taking damage no matter what they do. It's only these two really left. Ow. You keep me alone. Uh-oh. No bismuth. So, Gimpy needs to heal himself a little bit. Putting your image up. This one, Circle of Death. So, trying to see if he's got a spell that will damage them and heal him at the same time. Assume undead. Target undead creature. If an enemy is dealt damage per level and you are healed for the same amount. If the ally damage is maximized to 8 damage per caster level. So basically consume your friends and heal yourself. And he doesn't really have a spell ready to go. So, it's okay, because he can harm himself. And he's healed. And we got a shadow demon out of it too. He's killing his own skeletons. But there's no more enemies in the fog, which means it's only these two left. We've got the Overwatch thing going on, looks like. Does he have a spell he can cast at them? Bone Shaker. No. Fine. Still out of range. Greater reach. Ooh, one missed. It'll help you in these sorts of games. For breakfast, eat some ice cream. Studies find that increases mental performance. I will pass that on to Mrs. Gimpy and see what she has to say.
You won't survive me.
From her work. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, Gimpy, let's get a charge back on your little finger thing. Hey, that didn't work. It's time to really kill a living creature using Bone Shaker, blah blah blah, Bone Shatter. Recover one daily use. That didn't happen. That didn't recover a charge. I want my money back. Dun, 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 dun. Bismuth take damage. Where did Bismuth take damage? Bismuth should have acid resistance. tired? Nope.
Endure this!
Oof. Okay, so we won. That is still pale, but he's obviously much improved. It's a strange feeling. I have to stop thinking about my tribe and fulfill my duty as a crusader. But I can't. I'm a mongrel, and I have a duty to the mongrels too. My heart is like my face now, split in two. My cold-blooded half tells me to forget about the tribe. My human half is desperate to find a way back to Galarian. He looks at you intently. Until we do what the Queen sent us here to do, we can't leave this place, right, Commander? Tell me. I need to hear it. Are you all right? He chuckles. Right now I'm fine. I don't even have a headache, but inside that's another story. Why don't I just jump around a little? If anything's come loose inside me, I'll rattle. That way we'll know if I need to run to a healer or if it's too late. He wipes the remains of the black liquid from his face. A chance to wash my face would be welcome, or maybe I should leave it. I could scare off passing demons. Sava's presence alone had you writhing in agony just now. Will you be able to fight him when we catch up with him again? I don't know if I'll be able to handle him or not, but I have to try. It's a matter of honor. You think I was lying about your ancestors? I want to believe that he's lying, but deep down I know it's true. Our deformities aren't a sign of the valor of our ancestors who fought in the wound and sacrificed themselves for the cause. Our deformities brand us as criminals. We're not underground crusaders. We're outcasts who belong in the caves or in the abyss. I'll do anything to keep Sul and the others from finding out about this. I'll fight Sava and rip his vile tongue out, but I won't change the truth. We are cursed forever. Your ancestors were seduced by a demon, escaped punishment. Your generation must pay their debt. I said that Mongols can gain incredible power and long life. That sounds like a blessing, not a punishment. We're not responsible for our ancestors' actions, but we are free to choose our own path. That's the correct way to go. I don't know. I used to think so, but that was before I found out my people dismembered and devoured an angel. That's when my belief in our heroic past and radiant future hit a bit of a rough patch. So I'm sorry. I can't find it in me to agree with you. The only thing I know for certain is that Sava must die. The Mongols are safe in Dresden, no matter what the demon said, and only we can carry our mission here. We have to keep going, do what we came to this to do. There's no other way out. Yes, Commander. The sooner we finish here, the sooner we'll return to Dresden. Thank you for not abandoning me. And for your words, I'm going to make that demon regret the day he was spawned. That is my duty, and I will see it done, whatever it takes. Dumb. You should probably walk out of this for a second. My poor little skeleton friends. So how is Bismuth doing? Bismuth is hurting.
This war must end.
Yes.
So what kind of crap do you think these guys are carrying? Probably crap.
Can't hide from me.
+1 throwing axes. Yes, these guys are all going to be carrying crap. So this trap.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yes, you are. Good thing we didn't try to come up here to fight these guys. Scroll protection from arrows, pocket mirror. So nothing. No, that was the hematite. Damn it. No trap here. I'm gonna say that was probably not gonna be a thing.
I am helpful, am I not?
Of course you're helpful.
Gimpy, I am sorry to say this,
No.
but it is time to end the stream. Say goodbye to all of the nice people and make sure you tell them to have a great day or evening. We will see them again tomorrow. Also, make sure to remind them to hit the follow button and visit your YouTube channel.
I'm not quite done yet. So, all this stuff was trapped, and no real reason. It's over here. Still no reason. Okay, so what the hell? And the game crashed. So there is my shit. I hope we had a save there. Anyway, looks like the game's over. Dun 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 dun. Am I still talking? I think I'm still talking. Let's see, what are you guys seeing? Okay, looks like we're okay. Anyway, so that's going to be it for today. Although, looks like we're dropping some frames, not a big deal. Maybe. Should have known the game was going to crash on me. Been acting that way for a while. I'm just trying to make sure it's closed out. I think it is. Don't know the name of the executable, so I think it's closed. Yeah, okay, I'm starting back up again. Okay, I just want to see where it started or stopped. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all very much for coming out. Much appreciated. Thanks for being patient there at the end. Technical issues, of course. So, tomorrow, Friday. Actually, scheduled tomorrow is Wrath of the Righteous. We'll be back here. Saturday is Star Sector. Sunday is Wrath of the Righteous for the first half of the stream, and the second half will be Pathfinder Kingmaker Beneath the Stolen Lands with Viewer Group 26. That. Okay, so this is the schedule for the next few days. And don't forget, Saturday and Sunday are also the monthly giveaways for November. We're giving out a $25 Steam gift card each day to a lucky follower of the channel. Different person each day, of course. And again, that's this weekend. And there's the game running it. Okay, so we're good. So, that'll be it. Dum, dum, dum. So, tomorrow, streams starts at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT for some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Thank you all very much for watching. I know you have many of the viewing choices here on Twitch, and I really do appreciate it when you choose to spend your time with me. So thank you very much. Have a great evening, great day, wherever you happen to be. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.